What's good with y'all folks? Week 11, Deep Half Podcast, we in that thing.
Now what y'all know about the Checkers boys?
Now, that's pretty tight.
He's trying to crank it back here from bottom position.
That's bad. Oh,
Trying to kick out.
Oh my God, man. I don't know how long I was been messing with this, dog. I'm done. I was trying to show Gavin Tucker escaping from the guillotine versus Jesse James. We've been dogging on people for not having adequate level of guillotine defense. This past weekend, we actually saw Gavin Tucker do it against Justin James and have some guillotine defense. He escaped and eventually won. I was trying to show the escape.
God, well, I mean, to be fair, the people wouldn't have seen it anyway, so
yeah,
it's not too far off. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen it because I didn't see that fight, even though I was supposed to go back and watch that one. I didn't get to that one. So he escaped that in the first and ended up winning in the third.
Yeah, he escaped in the first. From then on, it was all him. After that, it was all him. He dominated the second round, and then third put him away.
Is he still fighting from the outside?
What do you mean?
The fights I've seen Gavin fight, he's usually leg kicks and moving from the outside. He's not really.
Yeah, he was trying to kind of box that we're in boxing rings a lot, and that's why he got clipped, and then eventually got in his guillotine. Because he was trying to, do a takedown because he got clipped. But yeah, he got clipped boxing, like being in boxing range. So after that, he was just staying on the outside. His team, TriStar, was just yelling Muay Thai, just like, I guess, Muay Thai range, and just throwing Muay Thai techniques versus just boxing with this guy.
Yeah. Yo, Gavin's tough. I like him.
Yeah, he's very good. Just keeps getting injured in camps, I guess. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
All right. You want to talk about anything else on this card? Last weekend?
Kevin Holland, for sure. For sure, bro. How can we skip over that one? Kevin Holland, huh?
I said, what you think?
I think it was dope. Buckley, he's good. I think he will. He deserves his spot on the roster. He sustained power throughout the fight. It's just he couldn't really close the distance that well. Kevin had great distance management, and even on the flurries that Buckley was able to throw at him, mostly they'll hit his shoulder or he would just completely evade it. So it was just a great performance from Kevin. Popped him twice.
It was nice shoulder rolls from Kevin defensively.
Yep.
And offensively, he tried to, especially in the third, he really went after, well, in the second, really, he really went after the body with the teeps to the stomach and really started to slow Bucky down a little bit. Yeah, the finish was nice. It was just a 1-2, caught him clean with the 2, and it was a wrap.
He was waiting on it all fight. I mean, he caught him early in the first round, but after that, he was just looking for it, and then early in the third, he finally clocked him with it, and man, was it a clock! It was, I didn't see that one live. I saw you posted on IG, and I was out and about. When I saw that, I was damn near flew out my seat. So it was quite the punch, man.
Right down the pocket.
And kind of still on that. Cody and I'm losing my train of thought. Cody Garbrandt and Sean O'Malley, they was talking noise this week, of course, and Sean was like, Cody, you throw hooks and I throw straights. And it made me think about Darren Till. I don't think I've ever seen Darren Till throw a hook. So I'm just
hook all the time.
Throw a hook?
Yeah. Throw the hook over the guard. Like as he getting on the bag up, he throws his left hook like around the guard. He throws it straight most of the time, but if they're bagging up, if they're circling out as he's pressuring, he does this thing where he like jumps in and kind of like as he jumping in, he throws a hook over the guard. It's not like, yeah, go ahead.
It's not. You said it's not like a traditional hook.
Yeah, it's not like a regular hook, but it's definitely a hook.
It's kind of coming from the side of the guard. He's
throwing it as like they're running away.
I'll have to see it. But those two guys stuck out of my head because they're known for throwing straight punches, and I mean, I'm not even. Let me think about if Conor throws. Yeah, Conor throws hooks. Whatever. My point was, I didn't know it was that kind of detail to where certain people say, okay, my game is not throwing hooks. I didn't know it was that deep, truthfully. But it makes sense. Kinda.
It's a time and place for everything. I think people just don't want to throw hooks that often because a hook is just leaving yourself open more. You're just more open and it's slower and it's a lower reach. You can't reach as far. So that's what they're saying. They're trying to say like less polished strikers are throwing hooks because you're wasting energy and space trying to throw the hook versus just going straight down the middle. They're trying to say that one is more technical than the other, but that's not necessarily the case. Like if you're Mike Tyson, that hook means something. That hook is for a purpose. If you're just winging punches, then yes, then your hooks look sloppy and ridiculous.
Yeah, and if you can't go down a pipe, and if they shelling up, it's the fundamentals of what it comes down to. You can't. I don't know. The distance in MMA is different.
It's different in MMA. Even if you're shelling up in MMA, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Because if you tell a elite boxer like who is that? Who has a nice hook? Somebody like Roy Jones or something. You tell somebody like that hooks are less skillful things. He gonna look at you like you insane. So it's just the distances. Yeah. I get it now.
Roy Jones' name is Captain Hook. I'm pretty sure that's his nickname is Captain Hook.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. Anything you got on that? Any of the rest of these fights?
Kelvin Gastelum Jr. looked good. He looked great in his performance. Nasrat Haqparast looked good. Beneil Dariush, he looked good, but he missed weight. But he had a knockout, but since he missed weight, they didn't give him the performance of the night bonus. Chris Weidman needs to retire. And
hold on. You can't
need to be cut.
Hold on, you can't skip over that Chris. You can't skip over that Chris Weidman. Again, sorry folks, I didn't see that one either. Next week, I'm gonna be on it, I promise. But I heard a lot of things about the Chris Weidman. I heard that he was trying some kind of new kickboxing game plan. I'm gonna have to see that because that sounds disgusting.
Well, he won the first round. In the second round, he was getting pieced up a little bit and was just trying to survive. I think he gassed out. I don't know what really happened with Chris in the second round. In the third, came out, got a takedown, and stayed on top. He got mount. He stayed on top for the most of the round. In the third round, that's what won him the fight. He didn't really do too much with it, though. He was just on top, just tired. Just exhausted, bro. Like, man, is this a middleweight or a heavyweight fight? What's going on?
Oh, I mean, he said it's tough to make that 85.
Especially considering the fact that you used to be a champion. You're so used to be preparing and ready for 5-round fights, for main event fights. And third round, you're exhausted now? Come on. That's tough.
What you think up with the kid? I mean, them KO lot. It really went downhill. Let me see. Click on Chris. Let me see his timeline because I'm trying to think if it was the Yoel knee bomb is what caused all this, or was it after that?
It was probably the Luke Rocco fight with Herb Dean giving him all them extra strikes.
Oh
he
man,
had a whole extra round getting beat up on.
Oh man, yeah, it was Luke, and then it just got disastrous, bro.
Luke, Yoel, Gegard, Musasi, the Kevin Gastelum fight he won, but he still got dropped in that one.
Yep.
Jacare fight got KO. Dominic Reyes fight got KO.
Good God, bro. that is quite the, what's that? 7? Yeah, that's quite the seven fight stretch. Even though you won 2, but man, that's brutal. Granted, these are top guys, but the way you losing
6 fights in a row. 6 fights in a row, he got at least drops. And 5 of those 6 fights, he got completely KO'd. When the 6 fights in a row, he got at least dropped one time every fight. 6 fights in a row.
Well, I don't even know what to say to that, Chris. I mean, Luke talking about he want that rematch, and I'm trying to figure out who wants that rematch. Who wants to see that? And I love Luke, but that fight sounds hideous. Those are they both washed. If I'm just gonna keep it just a bug, bro, they washed.
Yeah, washed. I think they're washed for different reasons, but I agree. I think both are washed.
What's Luke's reason? I mean, he in the same boat, damn near.
Yeah, Luke just I think he just refused to see left hands and just kept getting his brain rattled. Weidman just looks slower overall. He just looks like in trouble overall. But Luke is just like, nah, let me just eat every left hand possible.
Eesh. I mean, it's not as bad as Chris, but I mean, it's still pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because he almost lost that David Branch fight too. We ain't even gonna talk about that one.
100%. Got rocked by David Branch. It wasn't a knockdown. He didn't get knocked down. He was up against the cage, but he definitely got rocked.
We'll give him a pass because David Branch is off the juice. So we'll just let that one slide. But how you feel about Luke coming back?
Like I said, man, it all depends on if he cares about the left hand or not. Because if he gets knocked out again with another left hand, he's talking about fighting Darren Till. That's who he wants.
Good night.
Jack Hermanson. Like, come on, bro. Darren Till is going.
He does not want to fight Darren.
Darren Till is going to knock Luke chin off his shoulders, dog.
Now, 2015 Luke signed me up for that fight. Even though he still had those flaws, but at least he just had more confidence. He had more. I think he just seemed more focused at the time. Now he's just like he got one foot in, one foot out, and in this sport, can't, bro.
This week's card, you talk about 1 foot in, 1 foot out. What do you think about the main event? DC already said it'll be his last fight, so.
That one is different because you can. I think there's a big payday involved, and you have something to look forward to. You have something like, all right, this is my last goal. This is my last goal. You won't have to save anything, if that makes sense. You don't have to save yourself for nothing. You know this is the last stop, so you like, all right, I'm just gonna give it my all, and that's it. Rather than Luke, he got 1 foot in this square, 1 foot in this square, and he's not having much success in either one. So it's kind of a different spot. I'll say that.
Well, start at the bottom of this card. Kamaka came through, bruh. Quick turnaround for your boy.
That's dope. Is that like 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Something like that.
As far as health, I mean, he took that was a kind of a low key of a war that he was just in. But if the opportunity comes knocking, you gotta answer that door sometimes. So I don't blame him.
Yeah, 100%. This is, like you said, this is a good time for up and comers to sign to the UFC. I don't know exactly what that means. Like as far as the financial status of the UFC, I don't know how I feel about all these guys that are getting signed on 12 and 12 coming into the UFC at one time. I don't know how I feel about that, but I guess we'll see how this all works out.
What you mean?
Like it just kind of feels like they're just trying to push out a lot of fighters that are probably demand a higher paycheck with just a lot of guys that are 12 and 12.
You think it's due to the financial crisis that the UFC is supposedly in?
I mean, we don't have a crowd. It's a lot lower returns being on these cards. I'm sure, even if viewers are watching, it's still not the same as being at the gate and merchandise and drinks and food and all that kind of stuff. So I'm sure it's different.
I thought it was due to the fact that they just burning through so many fighters because
I mean that's definitely I'm sure that's the case as well. I mean, did you see the Contender series yesterday? On Tuesday?
No, I didn't.
Anyway, Tuesday night in series. Yeah, he gave a contract to everybody that won, so they all got contracts. It just seems something is going on. I can't really put my finger on it, but something is going on. But you definitely could be right where they're just burning through so many fighters. They gotta keep shelling out contracts.
Yep, especially with I mean, you got some big main events coming, and that money got to come from somewhere. So I don't know. I hope they're not doing nothing slick. Hopefully with Gary V, organizing some kind of management team, isn't it? Some management team.
Yeah, something like that. I saw something about that. I didn't really see the details on it though.
Gary V is a very business oriented person, so hopefully if he hears the plight of certain fighters that he signed, and he can organize something. Somebody got to organize something, and if anybody, I feel like Gary V can be behind it because he's a man for the people. It seems, even though he has certain things I don't agree with, but for the most part, I can't say that he's not business savvy. So hopefully that's in the works.
We also have Herbert Burns on this card versus Daniel Pena. Is that really Daniel Pena? I'm just looking at this really. Hold on. Yeah. Dude supposed to go against Bobby, against Rob. That's why I knew this dude. And the dude was in PFL, bro. The dude was in PFL and tested positive for some drugs.
Fantastic.
And now he's in the UFC.
But what kind of record is this?
Exactly. You know exactly what kind of record it is. It's 2 no contests because he was on some PEDs, dog. That's the kind of record. He was supposed to fight Lance Palmer in the finale.
I still don't understand why Rory went over there. That was a terrible move, and this, especially with everything going on now, horrible.
I mean, Roy McDonald going to PFL made sense because he could win and become a millionaire.
You don't think he was already getting close to that? If not that, he was the champion in Bellator.
and lost to Diego Lima.
Douglas
Lima.
Yeah, still bad move.
And he's gonna get another shot. How many times you gonna do those two?
Grudge match?
Yeah. Anyway, Herbert Burns is going against Daniel Pena, and Pena has tested positive for PEDs, so I'm sure he's probably going to test positive for something else, or because of the quarantine and the lockdown and Corona as a whole, he probably can't like get a hold of his drugs. So he's probably clean. He might be clean.
Man.
It's something we got to take into consideration. A lot of these guys are clean because they just can't get the same. They can't go through the same pathways.
I'm really. I really just want to talk to somebody that's been on like PEDs. I just want to get the understanding. I want to talk to him and be like, all right, but at what point do you rationalize it to yourself? Are you saying everybody else is on it, so I might as well level the playing field, or what is it? Huh?
Everyone else is on it. Everyone else is on it. You could say to yourself, all right, everyone else is on it, so I'm just leveling the playing field. I'm doing the same thing as everyone else. Number two, I'm giving myself a chance, or I'm doing this for recovery. I need to be able to keep training, and no one can just keep training. You getting injured in the gym and stuff. Big fights coming up. You can't just turn them down because you gotta put food on the table. So you're saying you're giving yourself a chance. Number three, you're saying you might not get caught. You're probably not going to get caught. How often does USADA come through? Maybe there's going to be you could just blame it on a tainted supplement or something. So you can rationalize to yourself and say, I'm doing a good thing.
Okay, so when you win, well, first off, you will have to then confirm that other people are doing it. You will have to confirm it. It couldn't just be speculation. You would have to confirm and know for a fact that other guys are doing it. That would be one. And that in itself, why?
If you're able to do it so easily, why can't other guys do it? You know, if you're able to get it so easily, you know it's happening to other guys.
Well, there's plenty of people that can get a gun, but that don't mean I believe everyone has one. Or like there's plenty of people that can do something easily. That doesn't mean that they're doing it. There's plenty of people that can go to McDonald's.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. An hour ago, bro. It would have made sense at the time. Go ahead, bro.
Texas.
That was it.
Yeah, but you don't want to be left out and just not have an opportunity. When you could do this, probably not going to get caught and make a living for yourself.
At that point, is it any longer about winning and losing then? If you win on PEDs, do you still take pride for that?
Take pride in the paycheck, man. I'm going to talk about this one day, but a lot of these fighters, a lot of these high-level guys are high-level athletes in any field, really. Once you reach a high level, a lot of these people don't care about the sport that much. Sure, the highest of high levels, like if you're talking about Kobe, Magic Johnson, you know, Michael Jordan, LeBron, those kind of guys, yeah, I'm sure they still take a level of pride and love in whatever sport. Those are all basketball. But I'm saying at the highest of high levels, yes, you probably do. But for these middling guys, once you just come and you think that there's going to be a guy, just like, man, just you don't really care about MMA and martial arts at all. You're just like, man, next fight, next paycheck, renegotiate, new contract, that kind of thing.
See, I disagree, man, because I disagree because people compete hard for no money. people compete hard every day on the mats and not getting paid. People can be passionate. Certain like when I played basketball, certain middle tier guys that wouldn't get much playing time in the big leagues, even though they got paid. When they came to the rec and hooped against people normal, they was trying to smash on us, dunk on us, everything. And they was really hyped. And they weren't getting paid at that time. It's just because of the competitor aspect. I think it's hard to not care about beating someone in something, especially when you're a male. Like the male ego in itself wants to dominate and wants to overcome over a challenge.
So isn't that more of an argument for PEDs?
No, because it's still pride and principle and integrity involved. Most people, well, not most people, but
you said that men want to dominate. So
yeah, but that don't mean you want to cheat to do it, because that, to me, that takes away from it. If I gotta cheat, if let's say 2K, let's say we playing 2K for everybody, y'all should know what 2K is. I'm not gonna explain what 2K is. Let's say you and I are playing 2K, right? All right, you come over my crib, we playing 2K, but I got the game sliders on, but you don't know I got the game sliders on. So every shot I shoot, I'm making it, but you don't know that. You don't know I got the game sliders on, and I beat you every game. How can I take pride for that? How can I be okay with that? How can I even find joy in it?
I mean, if there was a check attached to that, you would find some kind of pride in it.
I wouldn't, because I know that if I'm winning it like that, it's gonna have to get snatched away from me just that easy. I can't possibly cheat the system. You cannot believe in gods and all that. I'm cool, but it's still certain things that the universe responds to. The law of alchemy. Like you can't you can't do certain things and expect it to be okay. Like the universe not gonna reward that. Look at every cheat. Look at every cheater that's been caught. There's been repercussions to
you said every cheater that has been caught. Exactly like you said, that has been caught. There are tons that haven't been caught that will never be caught.
Fantastic. But they're dealing with it in a way that we don't know about.
There's people whose fame and money and pride were ill-gotten, that were cheated to get, but because they were not known, they won't be caught.
Caught to the eye of the public. They're dealing with it in a way that we don't know about.
Bruh, I think there's a certain type of person that would not care about any kind of level of karma or any feelings within themselves that says, "Oh, I got this because I cheated." No, they're gonna enjoy their jet ski. They don't care how they got it.
Agreed.
Just a certain type of person.
I agree. I'm gonna disagree with that one.
Anyway, back to this card. I don't know how we got it on that. Who do you got winning that fight? Herbert Burns and Daniel Pena.
I never seen Daniel Pena fight, so I wouldn't. I mean, Herbert Burns looked good in his last fight, so I'm just gonna take him. Yeah, I'm just gonna take him. I don't know much about Daniel Pena.
Same. Burns brothers all day. Let's go. Jim Miller versus Vic Michelle.
Jimmy looked good his last fight. Quick return. Not too quick, but it's quick enough. He beat our boy Roosevelt. Yep, Roosevelt. So he's coming off a pretty good win.
Yeah, I'm going with Vic Michelle though.
You went again. You went for it. Roosevelt
all
last fight too.
All of that stuff. I'll give none of that crap. I'm going with Vic Michelle.
Ooh, that next fight though.
Yeah.
Your boy John Dodson.
And my boy Marab.
Yeah.
Rob Billy.
Wouldn't Aljamain Sterling talking about him and to Brandon Schaub, and Brandon Schaub act like he knew who he was? Is that him? I think that's him.
It was hilarious.
Yeah,
that's him. It was hilarious. He was like, oh yeah, really? Oh yeah.
That's gonna be tough. I like that fight.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be, can Merab even grab a hold of Dobson? Because Dobson just circles the cage ass. He's gonna dart in and out and then throw it. What are the odds of Dobson getting kicked in the dick again? He get kicked in the dick every fight. I don't know what that's about.
The odds are it will happen again.
Every fight, bro. Who you got in that though?
I got John split decision. Split decision win.
I got Merab. Merab gonna take the show. He's gonna grab him. It's gonna be mat returns that they label as takedowns. It's gonna be about 3 of those in every round. They're gonna label as takedowns, though. Of course, that's one thing I hate. It's like, bro, it's the same takedown. He just put him back on the mat. It's not a new takedown. He didn't reshoot or anything. It's whatever. But yeah, I got Merab by decision.
I mean, in MMA, you can count those as takedowns, bro. Because anyone that you settle in on is a big deal. Even though you have a body lock and you lift them.
Like if you just have a body lock and then you take me down and I climb right back up and then you take me down again and I climb right back up. You didn't just do 3 takedowns.
But I did.
Reshoot. You didn't have to re-engage.
I did do 3 takedowns because
you just tripped me again.
I'm either tripping you or I'm lifting you, and that causes energy. That causes something that I'm doing to keep doing it. I can't do the same thing over and over again. I'm not. Well, I could, but even if I do the same thing over and over again, I'm still exerting energy. I'm still causing something to happen.
I see it. I don't count it like that, though. I count it like that. Takedown to me is a whole action, a whole shot. If up and I put you back down again like a wizard, I didn't take you down. That's mat return. I just returned you back to the mat. But I got Merab. Who you got in the next fight?
Jorginho. I think he can pop. I think he can pop. Junior. I don't see that. I mean, I don't want to see it go past first round because anything after first round with heavyweights is why. So I'll take Jorginho.
Okay, cool. I don't care. I don't give a flip. I don't care, dog. Whoever. Cut the division. Anyway, next fight: Sean O'Malley versus Marlon Cheeto Vera.
Man. I'm trying to think of Marlon's last fight. It was the Asian guy who was really good. Or was it? Am I tripping?
Yeah, Sonya Dawn.
Okay. Yeah, I liked him a lot.
But a lot of people thought he won the fight.
Yeah. Well, I think the third round he won, and that's what should have gave him the fight. But hey, what can you say? That's tough that he's coming off that loss. Well, I guess Dana felt like he won in his eyes because Dana likes to do that. Because wouldn't Song get that fight if he beat him? But I know they was supposed to fight earlier. And
Exactly.
Okay, I got you. Big test for Sean.
I think this is a big test for both, actually. This shows where both supposed to be in far as rankings to me. But yeah, go ahead.
I think if Cheeto fights like he did in that last fight, he loses.
What do you mean by that?
He took a lot of hard shots early. You can't do that with Sean. You're gonna get popped. He's too slick. He's not gonna brawl with you like Song did in certain times of the fight. He's not. He wants it to be a clean fight. He's not gonna try to make this dirty. And I think Marlon wants to make it dirty. And Sean keeps enough distance to prevent a lot of things. Is this at the Apex?
Yes.
So
Yes.
that plays to Marlon's advantage. So we shall see. But I don't believe that he wins if he fights like he did last fight.
So who you got?
I got Sean winning.
Same. I got Sean O'Malley. I think it's gonna be a decision though. I don't think he can finish Marlon. Marlon has never been finished. He's saying he's gonna knock him out on the first. He might, but I don't see it. I think Marlon would be able to withstand it. I think Sean could probably get a dominant decision though. It'll probably be 3-0.
Yeah, should be interesting, man. I can't say more than that.
Yeah. People are saying that Marlon might test Sean's ground game. I don't think he will. He doesn't shoot in on people really. He just like clenches up and hopes they shoot in like like a little bit of my game. He doesn't really do too much offensive wrestling. He does some trips and stuff against the cage, but nothing. He's not really like going to shoot a double leg or single or anything crazy. He just kind of invites people into grappling with him because he's a black belt. But yeah, I think Sean gets it. And then we got the main event. Thoughts?
Daniel Cormier shouldn't have lost the second fight, so I'm taking Daniel Cormier easy. Stipe's cool, but I just think Daniel's on a different level. He had a great game plan change. What was that? The third round? Fourth round? One of those rounds.
Third. I think it was the fourth, actually.
It's one of those. I want to say the fourth.
Yeah.
Yep. Great game plan. Change up. Saw the weakness. Ripped up the body. Can't fault Stipe for that. But as far as skill for skill, Stipe doesn't. I don't see Stipe winning whatsoever.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. Damn. Yeah, I think it's the same. I think Daniel is just a light heavyweight. And he's good. He's an actual good, great, all-time great light heavyweight. And I think just against regular heavyweights, he's just so much better because, the talent level in the lower weight class is just so much better. But we're not going to get into that. But yeah, I definitely think DC takes this one. The fact that Stipe had to, do 2 fights against DC to know that the body shot is there, like every time Daniel sticks his hands out or like to grab his hand in that mummy guard type of thing, the body is open all the time. The fact to 2 fights for that to happen that's telling. When the greatest, in my opinion, the greatest heavyweight couldn't figure that out with whatever. He's definitely the greatest UFC heavyweight.
Who's that?
Who? Stipe.
Oh yeah.
So the fact that it took that long to figure that out, that's telling. But I think DC is going to have a counter for that game plan, and it's going to be a wrap. I would say a 4th round TKO for Daniel DC Cormier.
I would go no later than 3rd via choke. Yeah, I see first round DC taking him down, wearing him out, ground and pound. Second round, they stand up a little bit. Third round, DC gets him to the ground again, almost goes crucifix. Stipe turtles, get a couple shots to the side of the head, similar to a Anthony Rumble finish. I see it going. Dang, I was about to say something. I lost my train of thought. Oh, that's what it was. I was watching DC and Jones 1, and some of the stuff that DC was doing against Stipe 2, he was doing against Jones 1. I'm like, bro, what was DC thinking by just walking forward with his hands down? Like, what was that about? No guard, no nothing.
He was exhausted, dog. That's what it's about. He was tired.
Bro, that was horrendous.
Yeah, he was tired, man. Yeah, he was just trying to walk through the punches either to get to the clinch or just trying to get to him, man. Couldn't hold his hands up doing that distance. He was just like freaking just, I'll take a couple, roll through him and just get to him eventually. How was your training going?
Training and taking it light and nothing too crazy. I'm going to strap up, compete.
You fight, I mean, you have a match this weekend. What are you talking about?
I know.
Why are you going light?
Why would I go hard this week and get hurt? The heck wrong with you? What the heck?
Gotta embrace the grind, man.
No, that's not smart, bro. I'm rolling 5 rounds a day, but I'm not trying to blast my body. I'm not trying to do that. Not smart. I've been training hard all up until this point, and it just so happened that a tournament came up, and I was like, oh, I might as well just do it. I've been training hard, so there's that.
Yeah, that's great. What is your game plan? You looking to do?
I'm looking to actually wrestle. I've been working on my wrestling. I want to see if people gonna stand up with me. See what my wrestling looking like. Or it just depends on how I'm feeling. Coach been telling me, he's like, don't think you're gonna go in and smoke everybody because you got about 2 more years and then you can start thinking about that. So part of me just wants to just play a smart game and try to smoke everybody and just sit guard and play my real game rather than actually work on things. But to get better, I have to work on things that need to be better, and wrestling is one of them. So it depends on how I feel that day.
What is your, so if you want to wrestle and someone pulls guard on you, what is your action from there? What do you do from there?
I'm just gonna work on my passing, pass guard, establish. It sounds bad, and it's good, but it's bad. I haven't really, only have like 2 matches where I actually got a feel for competing. A lot of the times my matches are super quick, just trying to get them over with. I want to actually like get a feel. I want to pass guard. I want to pass somebody guard. I want to escape mount or transition to mount. I want to actually do jiu-jitsu. I don't want to just get in a leg lock entanglement and rip their leg. I don't want to do that. I don't. If it was just about winning, then I would go for that. But I'm looking past winning a regional tournament. I'm looking past that. I want to be able to compete how I train, and I don't train to as soon as the match starts, I just try to jump Ashi and submit them. I don't do that. I look to pass guard, and if it's there, then I'll take it, but not just going right to it. Am I making sense?
Yeah, I got you. I think you have more leg lock finishes than I do. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you do.
Probably just because I competed more, bro.
Yeah, and definitely that can definitely be the case.
Did you decide to compete?
I definitely. Man, it's like the 3rd definitely in a row. I would if I was able to get some training in. these past 2 weeks has been decent training, but besides that, I don't feel comfortable enough just to jump in there with no real training. It doesn't feel like I would love to just jump in there, but it will be a waste of money, to be honest. Like, even if I win, I still don't feel like it's a good enough win. Even if I just jumped in and just won, I was just like, man, I know I didn't prepare like I should have, and I just won anyway. It just wouldn't feel as sweet as when you're actually preparing and going hard and leveling up and improving things, and then you want to go out and show your improvement in the tournament. I think that feels better to me if I win that way.
I mean, that's a way of looking at it. I'm looking at it more so in the way of I want to compete so I can see what I need to work on. Like certain times in the gym, people don't, people are looking to work on certain things. So maybe they'll let you pass their guard, or they'll give you their back. Like certain things that people have their own agendas. When you're competing, people are going for what they're best at. So if someone's best at X guard and I can't pass X guard in a tournament, then that lets me know, hey, I need to work on X guard. To me, it's just giving me a magnifying glass to actually really inspect what I need to improve on. I'm not looking at it as far as what I've been working on.
Gotcha. I don't think, did we have anything else to talk about?
No, that's it, man. That's it.
I'm trying to think what I do training wise. I had sparring. I got cut a little bit above my eye. Had sparring yesterday.
What happened?
Huh?
What happened?
What do you mean what happened? Was sparring.
What happened? I
got caught with a I want to say a right hook. It had to be a right hook. I was going against the southpaw. It had to be a right hook. And yeah. I think I dodged the left, and then he came back over the top with a right and caught me. So that got caught there. I think I did well overall. I definitely still run that round though, but that what else? Grappling wise, just trying to still work on half guard, some butterfly half stuff that I'm really just falling in love with. So I got that going on. And that's what I wanted to ask. How you looked into that Gordon's DVD yet?
I just finished the first volume today, and jumping into the second one.
Yeah, that's when it starts getting good. It's like the third one, I think.
Yeah, the first one is pretty much just for like white belts.
Yeah, very basic
cool
stuff. But yeah, that's it. Nothing else on my end. I'm trying to get some guillotines. We were talking about guillotines, I guess, last week or whenever you came by. Someone mentioned guillotines, and I was just like, dang, I haven't done a guillotine and can't even tell you when. It does because my head position, like I'm playing from bottom most of the time, so it's not quite effective for me to be able to get a guillotine. The only time I get guillotined if I start from the feet and people shoot in, but it doesn't happen that often.
But you play seated butterfly guard?
Yeah.
Gilly? You pass half guard?
Yeah.
Gilly? That's two right there.
If I'm passing half guard, I'm staying in mount all day.
That's another Gilly.
I don't really go for the mounted guillotine too much. I go for arm triangles. Everybody knows this. Everybody who listens to this already knows. They just clown me because that's, like I said, I only have like 5 good moves. I was just thinking about it the other day. Like, I can't do basic moves. Like, regular armbar for the guard, never. Regular triangle, never. regular, I don't know, name a move. Americana. I've never done an Americana in my life.
So just anything regular. That's what it sounds like.
Just any of these basic moves. It's like, oh, we're gonna go over this today. We're gonna do this today. Any of those, never done it.
You feel like you lack fundamentals?
I think I lack what people consider the fundamentals. I think I have fundamentals for my game. Like, I have more flashy things, but I also have like go-tos that are way more basic to me in my game. But to the whole of everyone else, they're like, nah, that's not a fundamental. But to me, it will be a fundamental. It's like, do you learn how to shoot a 3 first, or did you learn how to shoot a layup first? Like, to me, my fundamental is just what I came with first.
That's a bit of a stretch, though, bro.
Yeah, but I couldn't think of any other analogy. I couldn't think of any other analogy. So that's what I had off top, bro. Let me live, dog.
I'm gonna say this, and people probably would disagree, but whatever. That's what anything. I don't think there's no right and wrong way to do. Well, I mean, it is, but it isn't. It's a lot of nuance in jiu-jitsu, bro. There's a lot of things that I don't. Now that I'm thinking about, now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm kind of backtracking on it, because a fundamental, everybody's game is going to be different. Both our games are different. Yeah, we may like certain things the same, but our games are different. But who's to say whose game is more fundamentally sound than the next?
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if you take the most fundamental person, he still can get smashed. So what really what I'm trying to say is, your game is unique to you. You know how to play your game better than anybody else. So it's kind of hard to critique someone and say, yeah, bro, you should learn XYZ, when maybe it doesn't fit into that person's game.
Yeah, I don't think anybody has ever said anything like that, not to me directly. They haven't said, oh, you got to learn how to do XYZ, because what I do definitely works. It's you can say I can add more things to it or learn new skills. We can't say that what I do doesn't work, or anybody for that matter. So I think fundamentals are things to develop, to start from the beginning. But I guess because my beginning wasn't or they're different. I don't think they're wrong. I just think they're different. Just a different set of core things.
Now, when you finish in the arm triangle,
mm-hmm.
you're looking more so for the shoulder doing all of the work, or your biceps doing all of the work?
Definitely not my bicep. It will be like my shoulder and my chest. Like, I don't. People put the head on the mat and like circle out for the arm triangle. I don't do that. My head is closer to their elbow. It's like holds their elbow in place. It's basically just like a bear hug from the side, but I'm still melted. It's not really an arm triangle in a typical sense.
I know you've been working out the kinks to it for a minute, for a hot minute. So I'm pretty sure you got it down now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm asking because my arm triangle is not what that is.
Yeah, you should definitely come through. I'll show you the arm triangle my way. I think it's a pretty unique take on it. It works well. I don't think that could be disputed. Pretty much a lot of people kind of know what it feels like. So,
because I can get into the position, but I seen Gordon. He says to get the crease of your elbow onto the side of their neck, and you driving your elbow down as you push your head into their neck. I've seen that. I've seen the kind of Ezekiel way of finishing it. I've seen people put the knee on the chest. I've seen different ways of finishing it, but definitely the knee on the chest has been the worst one to finish for me. I just don't have much success. I feel like it gives them space. Maybe I'm coming up too high.
Oh, okay.
Coming up to being flat.
Yeah, but I don't get off of mount at all for the arm triangle. Not even to put a knee up or any of that. I don't get out of mount. I don't dismount at all.
And that's what throws people off. They waiting for you to dismount.
Probably. That definitely throws people off, especially when people want to you do like the more typical escapes or defenses for it when, like grabbing your leg or trying to push the shoulder down or any of those kind of things. It's super hard to do that while someone is still mounted on top of you. I don't think it's possible.
Have you ever been rolled over?
Arm triangle?
Yeah. When you in mount. Have they ever rolled you over?
No, it's all about posting. It's all about posting my elbow up to their shoulder line. So I don't think I've ever been rolled over while I'm in a arm triangle. I'm sure I probably have been rolled over while trying to get it. Like usually if I'm ducking my head down at any time, if I'm trying to move the arm over, then I could be rolled over. But I don't think once my hands are locked, it'll be difficult to roll me over their shoulder because it's not over my elbow rather because I'm not close to them trying to from mount. I'm not close to them in mount. I'm still posted out. I still have a post far away on their shoulder line. It's hard to describe exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through my archives of when I recorded you your last tournament. You did it to that poor little kid.
And it has changed since then, but yes, that's kind of the beginning of what it was. But yeah. You were so vain, dude, bro. You were so vain from the beginning. You were like, this is gonna last 5 seconds. Let's get this over with.
Bro, literally, looking back, why was he in your division? Though? Y'all weren't even the same weight. Did he get bumped up or what? That you was much bigger.
He got bumped up. I wasn't that much bigger,
bro. You at least had 20 pounds on him, bro.
Huh?
You at least had 20 pounds on him. He was probably like 112.
Nah, bro. Stop playing. Put some respect on that dude's name, bro. I mean, he had exactly 0 offensive motions or attacks or anything, but still, you got to respect that man for coming in the ring.
I respect
him. Yeah, he was probably like 130. He was probably like
130. No. I was 130 at the time, bro, and he wasn't no 130.
Bro, he's like 130, bro. Go watch the video again.
You sleep. It must have been his head. His head was big, but his body was little.
Yeah, go back and watch that video. Like his team didn't even know what they were talking about. Like a lot of people who are coaching other guys. It's like, bro, you don't even know what you're talking about. Of course, this guy is about to lose, man. Like, whatever.
I ain't gonna mention no names.
Like I was going against one guy, and I already had my hands locked in a rear naked choke, and they're talking about my bottom hook. Because one of my hooks, I only had one hook in. They were like, don't let him get the second hook. Like, bro, your dude is going out. You don't go to sleep. You talk about don't let him score the points, bro. Boom, bro.
And that's what the problem is. Too much point oriented jiu-jitsu when it's about submission. Real quick before we exit this mud, I had just thought about it. I had wrote this down. BJJ tournaments. if y'all are listening, this is a suggestion.
Start on time.
That goes without saying. Be prompt. But I'm talking about as far as the money. Like, I'm cool. $80, $100. All right. We paying to compete. How about the winner? How about the winner gets his money back? You don't have to pay me. Just if I win, how about I get my money back? Is that like a fair? Is it like a fair thing to do, bro? The winner gets his money back.
I don't think anything has ever made more sense than that statement, bro.
Bruh.
That's the bare minimum.
Bruh. Don't give me no trophy. I'm cool. I mean, I'll take the trophy, but if it's in exchange of me getting my money back, I'm taking the money. I want my money.
Nah, bro, you want to take this $5 medal, bro?
Bruh, that if I ever run a tournament, that's gonna be my thing. I'm not gonna be like, all right, hey, I'm paying y'all XYZ da. Nah, you win, that's the incentive. You win, you get your money. So you competing with something. And I mean, you're not gaining anything, but you definitely not losing anything either.
Yeah, so, you're competing for free. You're competing,
for sure.
You're getting a win and you're getting your money back. Like,
bro. Hey, Jamie, cut this section out and put it on YouTube.
Yeah, that's definitely a great point there.
Yep, that's all I got.
All right.
I hope y'all have a good UFC, what is it, 252?
Yes, sir. 252.
UFC 252 got some good fights, man. See y'all next week. Deuce.